say every day. Y'all say love every day. Every day.
What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Karina, on the WomanHood, sponsored by Everyday Love TV. And y'all, I'm so excited because this is the season finale. So check this out. Check it out. If you're in the Houston area, we're going to have a ladies' night coming up. Details are coming soon, but check it out and you'll see my beautiful ladies there and myself. But today we're going to dive in and talk about things we wish we knew when we were growing up, y'all. That's a good one.
That's deep.
That's deep. Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and dive into it.
Sister, tell me what you need and I got you. Teach me, I teach you. Show me what you know and then I show you. Get your queen on. Yeah, I got a shoulder you can lean on. Assignment, understood. Now tell me what's the T on womanhood.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Karina, on the WomanHood, sponsored by Everyday Love TV. And today we're back with my queens, my sisters over here, talking about things we wish we knew when we were growing up, y'all.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
That's a good topic.
Yeah.
Everybody thinking already, like,
exactly.
I got a list. So let's dive into it. Let's do it, okay? So y'all think back to your influences. Think back to your guardians, whether they were inside or outside of your home. And who were the people that played a major role in your upbringing? I gotta dig back.
For me, right off the gate, I would have to say my mom.
Yeah.
Because I come from a single mother household. So it's just been me and my mom. And so I was in awe of just how strong she was, how persistent she was, how she could just bounce back and things of that nature. And she was very, very self-aware, and she definitely put that self-awareness in me at a young age. That I was able to kind of maneuver through life without so much hardship because I could see the red flags before they came.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, I'm very
shout out
grateful
to mama. Shout out to classy mama. Yes. Right now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. What about you?
I would have to say my mom and my cousin as well. Like, we are 2 years apart. Like, we've been close since the womb. Like, but just watching her maneuver through life, and I was like, man, like, she's really out here like doing it. Even though she was only 2 years older than me. But I would definitely say my mom. She, like you said, being a strong, independent woman and just taking care of business. Like,
right. So. That's good. You're going to have to give me an outside influence, too. I'll definitely say mother. Mother is good. Mother was good. Let me think outside. I'd have to say, let's go to high school. My teachers did. I'm about to say professors, but my teachers, when I got to Yates, JY, that my teachers there actually were like, you have a talent, let's pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to do something, let's pull it out. So I'll give a shout out there. I'll say mom, and then my teachers when I made it to high school. So yeah, what's your outside?
Honestly, the same thing.
Right.
For me, my theater teacher, Miss Harold.
Okay.
She would always, she would always encourage me to like try out for the plays and, be frontline for choir and stuff like that. And I was very much a shy kid. Like I didn't want to do that, but she I guess I auditioned one time for a play, and after that she's like, you have a great voice.
Wow.
You follow instruction. Your acting skills we can work on it. It's good, you know.
Right.
And so like, she
can work on it.
I mean, hey, I was like in middle school, so she was like, there's definitely room for improvement always, but she definitely got me excited for the art itself.
Right.
So
that's good. That's good. So we got mothers, teachers, educators, cousins. So thinking about, things that they've told us, what are some key things that these individuals taught you growing up? Or maybe in adulthood. What are some things they taught us?
So this is another person who I just like look up to. Like, this person is an entrepreneur to the utmost. Like, if she can have it, she's gonna go get it. And I just watch her just, she took me under her wing from when we was working out together to we had other kind of ventures going. I was just like, man, like, this is, just watching her mindset and just her no matter what attitude is what she's always told me. Like, no matter what. And she's like, no matter how many people show up, you make sure you show up, no matter what. And we've always had that attitude, like, no matter what. Like, you know?
I like that. So that's a good thing. Yep. Yeah. What you got?
For me, I think my mom instilled in me to make sure that my priorities were taken care of, like the essentials.
Okay.
And not, I guess, get lost in spending. She definitely helped me in saving money.
Yes.
She instilled that in me. Save
good.
money and just make sure your priorities are straight.
Right.
And so, you know, she would teach me the importance of, let's say, making sure that your rent and stuff is covered.
Make sure your
even though
priorities
I'm a
taken care
kid
of.
and I'm not paying rent,
right?
She's definitely like, that could affect your credit, in the long run.
And we young like, what's credit?
Right. I mean, she didn't go into detail, but she's just like, that is an important number that you're gonna have for just about the rest of your life, aside from your social security number.
Right.
So, she definitely just showed me, like, make sure you got a roof over your head.
There we go.
Food in your refrigerator, okay, and
clothes
clothes on your back.
And then the rest is whatever.
Right.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. I'd say my mother really instilled in me to chase after what you want. Mm-hmm. And I tell people, it's funny, when I meet people, I say, I've been to 3 high schools. What's the first thing people think when you say you went to 3 schools? You got kicked out. You was bad. But no, I went to one school because I wanted to do agriculture with the animals. Then I got there, I was like, nah, I like singing and acting. I went to another school because I like singing and acting. And then I went to the other school because I liked acting and TV and all that kind of stuff. So it was always my mother that's like, that's what you want to do, go get it, like go after it. And so I don't know what happened between high school and college, social media maybe, where I got scared and I'm like, what are people gonna think of me? But my mother always instilled that in me, like, okay, do it. Like, what you scared for? Go do it. So I think that's why it's important to have, you know, like those influences and those people around you. So that's good. How did the things that you were taught, like from a young age, how did you see that play out in your life into adulthood? I know some of it is adulthood, but how do we see that play out?
I was raised up on very much survival mode.
Okay.
Because I know as a single mom, she had to do what she had to do to make sure that I had a roof over my head, that we were fed, we had clothes on our back and stuff like that, and make sure that those essentials were taken care of. But along the way, I mean, of course, rent's paid like 3 days in advance. I always have food and stuff like that. Like, I'm good. But I do find myself like always on survival mode.
Wow.
Even though like I'm perfectly fine. Everything that needed to be taken care of, it's done. But I'm still like, I don't know, in the back of my mind, like something might happen or something might fall through.
That's
like,
good.
what can I do to make sure that I cover myself? It's good, but it's also like a bad thing.
No, I was saying that's a good point. Yeah, I was saying that's a good point.
Right.
Because now you're used to that.
Right. So it's just like being on survival mode for, I don't know, like probably 85% of your day. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, and it makes your perspective kind of like narrow. Yeah. You're very closed off on opportunities. You don't want to open yourself up. You kind of just want to stay with the same group or stay in the same routine.
Right.
And it's just like, as we get older, we change, we evolve. And so change is very scary and something that I needed to like overcome, because it's just like, what's gonna happen if I do this, or if I get engaged with this person or whatever. So yeah, I'm always like on edge.
You just opened up something. Did you have something to add on to that? Right where she at, right in the spirit of where you are.
Right.
You just opened up something, because, and I do have the question coming up of what is something you had to unlearn. But like you said, where if I have to be in survival mode all the time. Now here's the thing. Your mother taught you that for good. Like, I'm teaching you this so you can know, pay your rent. Don't ever have to depend on a man or woman, whatever. Don't ever have to depend on nobody, whatever. But now as an adult, it's like, what does it mean when a man come along and he say, don't worry about it, let me take care of it? What you mean take care of it?
Because it's a control thing.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, it's a control thing, because you're so used to being masculine or walking in your masculine energy
all
that
the time.
when somebody comes into your life, it's kind of like,
you
what's your motive?
What's your motive?
What are you trying to do?
Hello.
Like,
it's like, where you trying to lead me to? Because I know I'm leading myself to the right place.
I'm a strong woman.
Right, exactly.
But sometimes, that masculine, you be wanting to be. They laugh at me all the time. I told them I wanted to be dainty like a flower, and they bust out laughing. But when I say I was so serious, I mean I want to be. My wrist broke. Yes, I need help. Can
exactly.
you get this? Yes, I need this.
But we are taught what?
Yeah.
Don't depend on a man. Whatever. And even like you said, and it's so great. I love when we have different dynamics. You came from a single parent home. Mm-hmm. I came from a 2-parent home. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So the thing is, what I saw was, okay, it needs to be 2 people. Mm-hmm. It needs to be whatever. One thing, because we talk about the show, is talking about things we wish we were knew or taught. You don't think about it. You're just raising your kids. But I wish we had more conversations around in my house that I don't need a man to buy a house, to do stuff on my own.
I would like.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Yeah.
If somebody come along, that's nice. Right. But what I saw growing up was, my mom is here, my dad is here. So guess what I need to get a house, to do this, to be successful, or whatever. You need a man, that type of thing. And that's not to say it was anything that had to do with my mother. It was just, I saw partnership. Mm-hmm. So me, growing up, what did I think? I want partnership. I need partnership. I want you. Are you my husband? Are you my husband?
Right.
When I should have been like, sir. If it come, it come. Mm-hmm. So that's something that we're taught. So thinking along those lines, okay, what is something, and I guess I'll go back over to the education side first, but this is good. We coming back to this world. What is something that should be taught in schools that's not? Education is a hot topic right now, so
I think they should bring back home economics.
Yes.
I think that really
because man, they did take that out.
They used to have a time where you had to take care of the baby. You had to
that little crying baby.
Not necessarily just
for yourself.
Right. Like even cooking for yourself. So I think home economics, of course, the financial aspect of it, but the home economics and I think more about relationships and just finding, like, doing your own thing, right? Going your own path. Because everybody say go to school, get a trade, do this. But it's like, what if I want to go to the arts? Like, tell me how to get
they say go to school and get a degree. They don't even say nothing about trades. Go to school and get a degree.
Right. It's like, what if I want to do something else? God gave me this vision. I want to go another route. But you telling me, no, that's wrong. God told me I need to go this way. So,
you know what? That's good. What you think?
I think just
economics.
The home economics is really
that was good shit.
a lot of people don't know how to cook.
I was saying, you said credit. I was thinking credit and financial. Right. Go ahead.
So I would probably say like the essentials of adulthood. Like
I think that
credit,
101
credit cards.
Yes.
Home economics. What are some other things? Probably like tax season. How to
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Or outlets to go to and stuff like that. When it comes to paying, getting ready to buy a car.
Right.
What it takes with the minimum and stuff like that. How credit can influence that and different things that can overall just help you just make it easier transitioning into being an adult.
Yeah.
Because if you're just thrown out, I remember my first day at college, people like just handing out like credit cards and getting people to sign up for credit cards.
Yeah,
and
you got a free shirt.
Yeah.
Listen, that's how they put
money
in debt. Yes.
And stuff like that. And you just spending, not realizing you're going to have to give that back.
Yeah.
It's and then there's interest on top of that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for some people it's a no-brainer, but for others it's not.
Yeah.
And so I feel like just straight out the gate, just those are the basic necessities for the kids to just grow up on and learn, so that they can just go out there and be like, okay, I know that I don't have the discipline to have a credit card right now.
Right. And I hear like, debt, so some debt is good debt. I'm sorry, I have to pay you back from all them swiping at the cafeteria in college, all them tweaking.
Now you gotta use that to your advantage. There's people out here
in college, we don't think about using that to our advantage.
Also, another thing when it comes to just banking and stuff like that, I recently learned about high yield savings and checkings account.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, if you go with the regular brick and mortar bank, like Bank of America, you can have your money in a savings account and you will get like interest back, but it will be like 3 cents.
Right.
With the high yield savings account, you can have like 55% interest back.
Yeah.
And so if you have like, I don't know, like $100 sitting in there, you can potentially at the end of the year get $5, or if you keep adding on, how much you get back increases. Yeah. And so you're just like sitting and making money, especially if you're not using the money that you have in your savings account year after year. You're just gonna get money back. Yeah. And so a lot of people don't know that. I recently found out about that.
Listen, I am an adult, and I am actually enrolled in a course right now on investing, and I just learned about high yield savings accounts, and I'm like, what? Because I got my little, saving account thinking I'm doing something, and I get 3 cents a year. What is this? You know what I'm saying? So, but that's something that we need to be taught. As children need to be taught that, like you said, your mother instilled saving in your life because it was a survival tactic. Let's flip the script. How about I instill saving in your life because I want you to be able to save and have money when you want. You know what
else needs to be included in just adulthood period? Like traveling. Like, we don't talk about the importance
of that. Like, it's always
it's cool to take your kid to like a Disney World, or not Disney World, Chuck E. Cheese, or somewhere in the city, but let them see other cultures.
Let them see.
That's
get
really,
them
really
accustomed
important.
to other places other than
you just learn about it in geography. That's it.
Right.
That's all you need. I think one that definitely needs to be added into education and in the home being taught is mental health, like mental health care. Mental health care, like
relationships too.
And relationships. Like maybe, of course, they ain't gonna do no course on it because they're like, why are we teaching this? But mental health, like being able to identify, even from a young age, But because one thing about it is like tying in education, traveling, and everything. One of my friends was like, yeah, so my child is taking a year off from school before they go to college, and I'm like, they can do that?
Exactly.
Yes. What do you mean? They was like, no, you need to go to a 4-year, then you get to get your master's, then you need to probably go get your PhD.
Exactly.
What do you mean your child is taking off a year? But that's something that if we create that culture and start teaching that's okay. Like, come on. Oh,
What's crazy is that's done outside of the U.S. already. Like, there are people taking holiday. In Canada, in the UK, it's just they already do that. Just have a year in traveling, backpacking, whatever they want to do.
Backpacking, I just learned about backpacking.
Or just working just to get some like I guess side gigs or figuring themselves out. Whether it's just like trying to get paid for a hobby that they're doing, or starting a small business or something. But they're not just jumping into more education, more books, more exams, more
that's what it's been instilled in us, and that's crazy to me because and the crazy part about it was I worked in Ireland before the pandemic happened. Beautiful place. And so over there in Ireland, I was like, why is there so many people at the gym when I get off of work? Over there they pay for their health care. They pay them to go to the gym. So let me give you $100 a month because you're going to stay healthy. What do you mean?
America could never.
Merc. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's something that's a way to teach it. Okay, you might not take a course out of, in school and be like, let me teach you need to go to the gym. But to say like, hey, we have you covered, that's a good thing, right? So, real quick, let's go back on the other side of the track. What is something that you had to unlearn or teach yourself? We talked about things we wish we knew, but what's something you either had to unlearn or just teach yourself as an adult?
Some of the things that I had to teach myself was everything is always working out for you. Not some things, not most things. Everything is always working out for you. Like, we stress so much about, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. But when you sit back and realize, like, I'm right where I need to be, like, this is part of my story to get me. You can't have a testimony without the test.
Absolutely.
You can't have a message without the mess. So it's like the mess that you're in is going to propel you to the next level. Okay. So that's one of the things. Is like just everything always works out for your good.
Yeah, I like that.
For me, I would say I'm learning or teaching myself how to reparent myself. With my mom and I was brought up under a parenting style that was very much survival mode, or on a warrior type gig, and just constantly trying to figure out how to kind of overcome the odds and expecting the worst. Instead of having the parenting style of stopping and listening and encouraging with empathy and kindness and grace and things of that, because there's no jab to my mom at all.
Yeah, at all.
But it's just that's what she had to do. That's something that I'm starting to learn myself, because I remember a time where I would be upset reflecting on those times and looking at other kids and seeing, oh, you know, they're spending family time, quality time, or their parents are listening to them, or you know, it's just if they made a mistake, they're not getting yelled at, they're not getting punished for it and stuff like that. And I would always be jealous and envious. And when I, you know, as I get older, I realize that we just didn't have the time to do that.
Right.
And so now I can't sit and expect for my mom to give that to me. And so the only other person that's going to give what I was lacking is myself.
Yep.
And so that's basically just the trials and tribulations, the things that I'm trying to work through, and constantly, just day after day, give myself grace, be patient with myself, be kind to myself.
Grace.
And it's just, it really helps, because I definitely had a hard time with like negative thoughts, for being a perfectionist and stuff like that, and just I guess downing myself every time I didn't accomplish what I said I was going to accomplish, or do what I said I was going to do.
You gotta unlearn it.
Or show up for someone or whatever. Yeah. I would always beat myself up, but it's just like, you gotta take a step back and breathe, and you can't be there for everybody. You can't hold all of the weight and still at the end of the day stand up and be the strong woman, because it's exhausting.
It is. And I hope people are listening to that. So we're going to have to, I be saying this, but I be meaning this. We're going to have to do a part 2 to this, because we're going to have to bring it back, because I'm pretty sure there's some more things that we could unlearn or whatever. But one, if you're watching this, I hope you did pick up something from what we said. I want you all to know, though, it's not too late. As long as you're still breathing, you can still learn, and you can still unlearn. Don't feel like, well, because of my background, you know, whatever. And if you're watching this, go ahead and drop in the comments, what's something that you wish you learned growing up? Or unlearned. What's something that when you became an adult, you were like, all right, I gotta let it go. Or something you working on, because that's a whole 30 minutes too. But thank you all for watching so much today. You know, thank you all for watching Womanhood. You know, I'm with my beautiful queens. You will see us again, so make sure you like, subscribe, share this with somebody so that it could bless them. And you know what? Have a great day. Everyday love. Everyday love. You know?
Sister, tell me what you need and I got you. Teach me, I teach you. Show me what you know and then I show you. Get your queen on. Yeah, I got a shoulder you can lean on. Assignment understood. Now tell me what's the T on womanhood.